Welcome to the Explainer. Today, we're stepping into the super fast-paced world of indie VFX. We're going to break down the exact workflow behind that absolutely terrifying Siren Head short film by Shutter Authority. And really, we're going to explore how the barrier to entry for high-end visual effects is just rapidly disappearing for independent creators. It's a real game changer. Let's get right to it.
Okay, let's dive into this. How on earth do you animate a giant monster quickly? Right? I mean, this is literally the ultimate puzzle for any solo creator. You've got this vision of a towering, scary monster like Siren Head, but, well, you don't have a multi-million-dollar budget, and you certainly don't have a massive CGI department behind you. So how does one person manage these massive animation tasks without just completely burning out? Well, that is the exact challenge Shutter Authority faced when creating their short film.
Now, before any animation happens, you obviously need your monster. The very first step, really the foundation of Shutter Authority's whole workflow, was generating that 3D Siren Head model using Blender. They built this digital puppet completely from scratch, meticulously sculpting all those terrifying little details. But here's the thing. Once you have that highly detailed 3D model ready to go, you almost instantly hit a major roadblock.
And that roadblock is the painfully slow process of traditional animation. Without high-end studio tech, creators are basically forced to animate complex CG characters manually, literally frame by frame. You know, moving a shoulder joint a tiny fraction of an inch, adjusting a knee, tweaking a spine. It is notoriously tedious. It'll just drain your creative energy so fast when you're literally just trying to get a creature to take a single, convincing step forward. And this brilliantly illustrates the exact paradigm shift that brought Siren Head to life so effectively. Traditionally, you have that grueling manual animation on one hand, right? It's slow, it's tedious, you're totally bogged down in technical drudgery. But on the other hand, Shutter Authority utilized Rococo motion capture. And wow, it is incredibly fast, it relies entirely on physical acting, and it totally automates the translation of that movement straight to the digital character. It's honestly a completely liberating workflow. The actual process is just shockingly simple. First, you put the suit on. You literally become the monster, physically acting out the movements yourself, walking around, swinging your massive arms, looming over the camera. Then, the software just applies that sweet captured animation directly onto any character, in this case, the Blender model. You are turning your physical performance instantly into digital monster movements, and you're doing it without touching a single keyframe. It's like magic. Now, what's really interesting about this slide is the sheer freedom this specific tech provides. I mean, it's incredibly easy to set up, but the kicker is that it connects to your computer via Wi-Fi. That means the creator isn't tethered to a desk by a bunch of massive, annoying cables. This wireless freedom even allows creators to go out and shoot completely outdoors. You're actually grounding the physical performance in a real-world space, which gives the final animation a wildly authentic feel.
So the crucial point is the sheer time saved on these complex animation sequences. To put it into perspective, we're talking about taking a manual process that would easily eat up a full day of frustrating adjustments and condensing the whole shebang into just a few minutes using Rococo. It's a jaw-dropping efficiency gain. I mean, think about it. It's the difference between spending your entire day pulling your hair out over one single shot versus capturing it in real time in the span of a quick coffee break.
And I have to quote Shutter Authority directly here because they hit the nail on the head. They said, an animation that would have taken me a full day to make now only takes me a few minutes. It's a huge time saver. But let's look at what that actually means on a practical level, right? For an indie filmmaker who acts as their own director, editor, and VFX artist all rolled into one, time is their absolute most valuable currency. So this technology, it's not just some fun gadget, it's an operational necessity. It's what makes these ambitious solo projects physically possible without the creator totally burning out.
Now let's see how this all builds into the ultimate value proposition for literally any creative professional out there. Ultimately, it boils down to one golden rule: making better stuff in lesser time. When a workflow completely frees you from days of technical drudgery, you don't just finish faster, you finish better. You reclaim all that mental energy, and you get to focus on the stuff that matters: the quality of the acting, the framing of the shot, pure storytelling. You're spending way less time fighting the software and way more time just perfecting your art.
At the very end of their breakdown, Shutter Authority actually asked their audience for ideas for their next project. But, I want to pivot that question directly onto you. With tools this fast, this accessible, and this powerful, what will you create next? Seriously, all those old excuses about lacking the time or the massive budget, they're disappearing. They're gone. I really hope this explainer sparked some curiosity for you and gave you a little insight into how you might streamline your own workflows. Until next time, keep learning, keep explaining, and keep creating.